Church, it is good to be with you. As you can see, we are suffering here on Fidalgo Island, the gateway to the San Juans. We are missing you, and we love you, and we're excited for the next chance we get to be with you and worship Jesus together. And we're thrilled by the adventure that we're on. And I'm excited to get to bring you daily hope here from this rocky beach, unlike our sandy beaches. Our text today is Revelation chapter 1, verse 17, and it goes something like this. When I saw him, I fell at his feet as though dead. Then he placed his right hand upon me and said, "Do not fear, for I am the first and the last." He goes on to talk about how he's the firstborn from the dead and how he has got the keys of death and Hades. But I'm struck by John's whole body response to coming into the presence, or the awareness of the presence of Jesus. And he falls dead. Why dead? What might cause that? I mean, on one hand, maybe it's because he's just overawed by this vision of Jesus in his glory and his majesty and his power. And that just sucks the life in some ways right out of him. But maybe it's also because coming into the presence of the holy living God, John was overcome by just an awareness of his own brokenness, his own shortcomings, his own blindness and lostness. I know for me, so often that's been the case. I shrink from the presence of God, or I'm immobilized spiritually or emotionally or mentally because I'm confronted with my own shortcomings and brokenness. But I love Jesus' response here. He places his right hand on John, a physical gesture, a movement towards him. You know, if he falls at his feet, that means Jesus stooped down. He stooped down and put his hand on John and said, "Do not be afraid." Jesus, I think, is always moving towards us. There's so much that inspires fear in us, particularly this day and age, and particularly if you're plugged in online in any way, shape, or form, or even reading the physical newspaper. There's constantly voices and stories inciting us towards fear and division, a scarcity mindset, and tempting us to move our eyes from the living God, who is moving towards us with his hand outstretched, pierced for our transgressions, and yet alive and vibrant and moving towards us in love. Yes, beckoning us out of our dark thinking and our sinful, shameful ways of relating or behaving or thinking. Yes, inviting us further into life. But we have confidence. He's the first and the last. He's been there. He's fully God, but fully man. There's nothing that we can experience, no depth of pain or sense of separation or alienation that he hasn't experienced himself. And so he is the most qualified to extend that hand of love and compassion towards us, and to breathe courage into our hearts and our minds, to be confident in who we are as God's children, to be confident of the call we have to be his hands and feet in the world, to be confident that his spirit lives within us, and so that we have everything that we need to be able to move out into this day without shame, without a sense of paralysis, fully alive, because we're dead to the old way of being, and we've been raised up with Christ. So, church, may you be encouraged today to look for that Jesus in your moments of pain and lostness, but also in your moments of joy, and to find him there with you, being the first, being the last, always with us. That is good news. We love you, miss you, and we'll see you soon.